Hey boys and girls, it's Mrs. Aitken here. I know this looks a bit crazy, but I thought I would do another of my little videos. And this one is about the lateral flow test down. Now I know that probably you will all get the chance to do this. And I thought there's loads of YouTube videos showing people doing it, but I thought if I did it, you would see that it's nothing to be scared of. And if you want to have a go, you can do it. It's something you can discuss with your mum at home and make a decision about. So if you decide to do it, you'll all get your little kit from the office. And in the kit, there are lots of different things. But the first thing you need to do is wipe the surfaces you're going to work on. So I've got my spray here. And I'm going to just clean the surface that I'm going to lay down the things on. Okay, so give it a good clean so it's nice and clean to start with. And that's really, really important. So now that I've cleaned that, we can see what's in the kit. So when you open your box, there'll be lots of little things in it. And I'm going to take them out one at a time. So this is the little swab that we're going to use, and we'll have a look at them as we open them. So you pop them down on your surface that you've cleaned. We've also got a little packet that has the test in it, and I'll open that in a second. We have got a little tube that's going to hold the liquid. We have a little tube that has the liquid in it. If you look carefully, you'll see a little bit of liquid in there. And last of all, there's a little plastic bag to put all the rubbish in when we're finished. So you lay that out on your surface. And the next thing you need to do is blow your nose and then wash your hands before you start. Okay, are we ready? You got to give your nose a good blow. Now I know some of you are laughing at me already. That's okay, give it a good blow. And then pop the dirty tissue in the bin. Then we need to wash our hands. Now I know how much you'll have missed my singing when you haven't been in school, so happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, Mrs. Aitken. Happy birthday to me. So remember, you wash your hands around about 20 seconds, in and out all the bits. And then give them a good dry. And we're ready to start the test. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is open up all the bits. So I'm going to open up this little packet. And in here you'll find is this magical thing. And this is what's going to tell us if we have COVID or not. Okay, so you need to lay that flat. And then you'll leave it in the same position. So that's mine down there. And we roll up the rubbish. And you can pop it into the little bag as we go along. Now the other thing we need to open up is the swab. Now this is the thing that's going to do the test with you. So I open it at the end. You're best to open the end with the little handle. Pull it out and you'll see it's just like a really long cotton bud. Can you see that? So that is your swab, okay? So we've got our swab, we've got our test, and remember I showed you this little thing? Well, inside each box is an inside cardboard box, and this is where you can pop this little tube. So this little tube is going to get the special liquid in it that shows us whether we have COVID or not. So we open up the tube and we open up the little thing of liquid, and you get a little thing of liquid for each test. Now there's lots of technical words for what they're all called, but we'll just call it a little thing. Ready? And you squeeze that liquid down into the bottom of the tube, and you'll see in a minute when I put the top on, there's the liquid at the bottom. Can you see? So that's really important. And we'll pop that in there in the cardboard tube, and that keeps it safe, and we can open the lid ready for doing the little test. Now, this is the bit you might be a little bit nervous about. What you have to do is take this little swab and you've got to rub it on the back of your throat, both sides of your tonsils. Now, I don't have any tonsils, so I've just got to get right to the back of my throat, and then you take it out and you put it up your nose, both nostrils. Now, it might be easier for you if mum or somebody at home helps you do this, but I'm going to try and do it myself. So I think I've got Mr. Aitken filming, and you might see a bit of him, but that's okay. So I'm going to do it in the mirror. I find it easier to do it looking at myself in the mirror. Okay, so are we ready? Here goes. So you rub it round just about 10 times or so. And again, the other side. Now, sometimes when you do it, you might gag a wee bit. I haven't done today, but I've been doing these for a long time now, so I'm getting more used to them. But you might gag a wee bit, and that's okay. You won't be sick. You'll just give a little gag, and that'll be it. Then you take the swab, and it goes up your nose. Up one nostril, and you whirl it round and round. Feels really tickling. You can see my eyes watering a little bit. And then up the other nostril. And you poke up, and then you'll find a little bit that you know you can't poke any further. Okay, and you go right up and you turn it round and round, just twirl your arm like that. Twirl it round and round, and then pull it back down. Okay, then you take a little swab and you put it into the container. I'll take it out to let you see. And you've got to, can you see that? You've got to dip the bottom of the cotton bud into the fluid for about 10 seconds. So I counted a bit like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Then you've got to pull the cotton bud up, but as you're doing that, you need to squeeze the container tightly to take off anything off the cotton bud that hasn't landed. So I always do that a couple of times. Just squeeze your fingers together, pull out the cotton bud. Now, pop the cotton bud into the bin. You can pop all this away, just to keep it nice and tidy. Then what you're going to do is put the lid onto the solution. And in there now is the little bit that you've taken from the back of your throat and your nose, and it's in the solution, and this will tell us if we've got COVID or not. So we turn it upside down and we drop 2 bits of it into the little bit that says S. 1, 2. 2 drops into that. Now we need to leave it for for 30 minutes or half an hour or so. So what happens is, if you can zoom in there, you can see that already the little marker is moving up. So there's an S, there's a bit that says T, and there's a bit that says clear. And you can see the liquid moving its way up. And what will happen is that a red line will appear in about half an hour. And we're going to just stop filming and come back in half an hour and let you see. And if the red line is at the C, it means that the test's clear. So there's no COVID. But if it's at the T and there's 2 lines, it means that I might have COVID, and I'll tell you what to do if that happens. So, see you in 30 minutes. Hey guys, Mrs. Aitken here again. So, half an hour has passed, and we're going to have a look at the COVID test, and I will explain the results to you. So, if we look back down the little test here, and we're just going to zoom in. Now, you can see that there's a red line just at the C. So that means that I am clear of COVID, which is great news, obviously. Now, if there had been another red line, so there was 2 red lines, that would have meant that I would have tested positive. And when that happens, we need to phone a special number, and I'll explain all about that in a minute. Sometimes the test will come up with a little line down at the S, and that means that it's null and void. That means that you haven't maybe got enough of the bits and pieces from up your nose and at the back of your throat. So you would need to do another test at that point. So, but because that's clear, that shows me that I'm clear of COVID, so I'm safe to go into school tomorrow. So we're going to just go now and watch what happens when I log this into the system. Okay guys, so like I said, the next thing you have to do is you've got to log on to the government website and you've got to log the result of the test. So we're going to try and do this on camera. So you'll see it on my phone here. You can see it's www.gov.uk. Now the first time you do this, you need to log in a whole lot of information, but I've done it so many times it'll just come up quite quickly, but it just lets you see what you do. So this is about reporting a rapid lateral flow test result, which is what we've got there. So I'm going to start now. Okay, who are you reporting the test for? And it's myself. Continue. So I'm already signed in, so I can sign in there. Okay, now I just need to enter my email address. I'm just going to lift the phone out of the way for a second. And I'm just typing in my email address. And this is the bit that you or an adult in your house can help you with. I've got my email address in, continue, and I've got a password to put in. And you set this the very first time you do it. So, as I say, we've done it so many times, ours is all set up. The first time you do it, you'll need an adult to help you set it all up. Continue. Now, welcome to my track and trace account. So, who was the test for? So, gives you lots of options there. Social care service, a school. So that's what we are, and there's other ones there. So I need to press school and you'll get the same option. Continue. When was the test taken? It was today and it gives you the date. Continue. Now, what's the test strip ID number? And you'll see that there's an ID number under each test. And these numbers are really kept really safely. Now I'm going to put it in. So mine is LID and then it is 81965. Just going to have to move it a wee bit, guys. .004. Okay, so you put it in one, LID 819650004. Always just check it again. It's me just checking it. LID 819650004. And then you need to put it in twice. So we're confirming that. I'm just putting in exactly the same number because we know it's right now. 819650004. And then press continue again. What is the result? And this is where you've got to pop in what the result was. So you've got three options. You've got positive, negative, or void. Remember, mine was negative, so it's negative from COVID. Press negative, and you report the result. Check your answers, and there it gives you a whole lot of my information, and your information will be on there when you set it all in as well in the first time. Report result. And then it says you reported a negative coronavirus test result. It's likely you are not infectious when the test was done. Okay, now it then goes on to tell you what to do. You would still need to do regular hand washing, social distancing, wearing a face covering, and then it tells you when you need to self-isolate. Okay, so I don't need to report another test. So that is it, logged on the system. And what will happen is that in a few minutes I'll get a text to let me see that that they've got the result, and I'll let you see the test when it arrives. Hey guys, so you'll see on the screen the results of the text message that I get. So every time you log your test results, you get a text message, and you'll also get an email if you put on your email address, and it's just saying that you know, your coronavirus lateral flow test is negative. It's likely you are not infectious when the test has taken place. If, however, you do the test and it comes up positive, you put positive when you're logging it on, and then they'll tell you what to do. So there's another set of steps. So you need to get another test from the NHS, and you stay at home and self-isolate until that comes back as well. So it's really simple, guys. It's up to you. This is not obligatory for school. It's up to you and your mum or whoever you live with to have a chat about it and decide what you're going to do. The good thing about it is, though, that once you do the test, you know that you don't have coronavirus. And the whole point of the test is that it picks it up even if you've no symptoms. So I had no symptoms today, and the test showed me I don't have coronavirus. But on another day, I might have no symptoms and I might have had coronavirus. So it just keeps us all safe in school. We come in knowing that we don't have the virus. Okay, so I hope you found that helpful, and I'm really looking forward to see you guys when you come back to school. Okay, bye.